Okay. I hope this works. If it doesn't work, then I have to lock to 60 or something. What am I gonna do? You would think a frame cap would help with my CPU temperatures, but I don't think it's helping. In fact, I feel like it's gotten a lot of it worse, but
10 minutes remain.
I am in greenhouse in the fence. One of these ladders goes up to the maze. This one, I think, goes out towards the clear side. The main thing I'm looking for is if my FPS dips like below 75. Well, I've got 10 minutes. I'm going to buy research. And I don't mind if it goes horribly wrong. But not a chance that it doesn't go horribly wrong. I can hopefully take home some materials that I need. I think what I found was I was getting some pretty bad frame drops while I was playing previously. And the frame drops were what was making things really, really jarring. So I had a look at the VOD. And I thought, well, if I'm dropping frames so severely, like, I would go down from 120 to 80 at times. Why not just make everything 80? And admittedly, it's a little bit painful because this is not how I normally play. But I think the biggest thing is that it's consistent, which makes it feel a lot nicer than otherwise. This is the front. Unless you're just looking around. We can't go this way. This is the way through. It's downstairs. It's a locked room. I need these. This is exactly what I need. This run is worth it because I got that data card. I don't know if I actually need that mod, but... Materialist glass cannon. And it told me where another data card is. That's nice. It's whenever I open a container. Which is really handy. Again, locked room. Okay. Now to check downstairs. My eyes are getting the uncomfortable. What? Whoa. My eyes are getting the uncomfortable frames like all the time, so it's not like, you know. Well, I've turned VSync on. I can maybe turn VSync off.
This region has been marked for clearance. All personnel checking at quarantine intake.
Marked for clearance? I think there's someone else here. Maybe it was me that triggered that, I don't know. UESC terminal downstairs. Probably good to know for future.
5 minutes remain.
5 minutes, I mean, that's okay. I think I'm pretty north, but I can get through this place in... Gosh, those ticks are loud. Donating current. Let me not dilly-dally. Flight response. I don't really need white qualls though. This has not been looted. Nobody cares about these runes. Some of the sounds when you're clambering and stuff seem a little excessive for what you're actually doing. That's a tox plant, so I'll be careful to go around it. I also don't see people using the explosive barrels enough, and there's so many of them. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, this room is not good. It is simply not worth it, and I have been poisoned. Brilliant.
Connection failing. Extra within 3 minutes.
Data card. Antivirus. Wish I was a mech kit. Two minutes and wait, what is that? If you're a box, or if there was a box here, that'd be great. Oh, it's the anomaly. Okay, well, never mind. That's not blood, but that is broken glass. It feels like not a lot has happened here. There are some ads still walking around. Okay. Well, we don't have to go that way.
Exfiltrate now.
Well, I'm just gonna hit this. Hopefully it's not a guarded one. Oh my god. Okay. I wasn't doing anything, but how would it have known to shoot me there? It's so confusing. Either way, it's something. What does transmuted mean? I don't know. Maybe I lost them from my inventory. That's just what that means. Is it gonna spawn me? Quarantine this time, / maintenance. There's still a lot of time left. I like this entry. Green door into maintenance. We can also go on the roof. So I'm gonna go on the roof. But this side of the map feels very safe because behind me there's nothing interesting. Someone is exfilling the AI uplink or anomaly. Okay. There's a ghost up there. This place does not seem to be looted at all. I actually have time here. Wait, what? Someone else is here. There's another Rook. Whoever had that idea, don't think about it. Thing is, you can't trust anyone in this game. Hello again, Lemon. Hello. What are Believe in yourself. Yeah, sometimes, with some things. We're doing alright though. So, kind of doing well avoiding noise. You trust me? Well, the feeling is mutual. I will take a grenade rather than claymores, and there is a data card. Doing good, reading lots of music, work just ended. It's good. I'm okay. Just tired. Tired from the week and out of energy. Something's happening over there.
You have 10 minutes to exfil.
I'm just taking my time in here. They're gonna hear me looting. Ooh. That's nice. I think you mentioned the music earlier. You did, yes. But I like hearing about your music. Since you early streamed, you're 7 minutes of music. That's quite a lot. Sometimes a minute doesn't feel very fast, but when you're making something like music, or you're writing something like a speech, it's a very long time. So 7 minutes of that is solid work. Solid. Good shift. Went in there already? I did open this, yeah. Okay, well, I can go up. I think I've looked around this bottom bit enough. Let's go up this way.
Suppressing override.
Cool storage. Arms locker. I'll take any heavy ammo I can find. Oh, there's a thingy there. If we've got to make noise, then so be it. Come on. Make the portal around again. It is, it's an overlay that was made by Bungie for anyone to use. They made a whole, like, stream suite. Something I actually need to put in my stream credits. Like when the game makes stream assets. Yeah, it's very friendly. Oops, I banned stuff. Did I open this? Yes. I'll take the heavy. We're going up to 2nd floor. Signal jammer is good. New headpiece is good. How am I getting out? Oh, yikes. I mean, guarded exfil is not too much of a problem since I will be... using my disguise. Of course, with this game in the art direction, I did everything possible that I could grab or salvage or anything like that. In terms of art. Okay, the coast is clear. Any tool carts, any arms lockers upstairs. There's this, but I think I went in here already. Nothing inside this control room. Which is fine. I think I see a folio over there. My eyes did not deceive me. That's good. 2 gunmetal, that's some ammo. Honestly, wouldn't have known if she made the overlay or not. I feel like Sweet Psychic Geostine's got that. Oh, I appreciate that. That's very kind of you. Thank you. Definitely the overlay stuff was inspired by Marathon. That +1 interchange upstream. This one just works. And it wasn't difficult to put together, it's just a little unobtrusive overlay. And I feel like that works for me. And I don't think I could make anything better than what they did here. I don't have the right fonts. It would always look wrong to me because the fonts are not correct. Because they haven't given those out yet, which makes sense because it's their intellectual property. I need to head in this direction right now. It's getting windy, the weather is absolutely atrocious. Thunderstorms. Oh, there's no exfils actually. Greenhouse? I could go greenhouse, I guess. Greenhouse is closer.
USC reinforcements incoming.
I don't think anything good happens in these buildings. All the tech nests are gone, which is nice. Hopefully the turrets are too, because I don't know if I can handle the turrets being it. These big companies always have the juicy fonts. Well, it's usually like made in-house or licensed directly to the IP, which in terms of like unifying everything on my end, I'm trying to fit stuff together.
Connection failing. Exfil within 3 minutes.
It becomes a little trickier because you then have to look for something that kind of matches but isn't right. Whereas someone's... Wait, what's this? You're a container hack? Nope, you're a hazard room. That kind of sucks, actually. I got excited for a second. I'm gonna hit this exfil. If anyone else wants to exfil with me, they can. If anyone wants to murder me in cold blood, they can do. I guess we're not discriminating. Because this planet doesn't want me here. Talsetian is... There are some ants in here. What are their claymores? That's a bioprinter. That's a better headpiece. On a data card. And a folio. I had a door. Okay. Time to leave. Oh my goodness. was a time when you were trying really hard to figure out what a funny game was, and it would just really, they didn't make it really look so good. That's quite nice to think about. It's quite nice to think about. You can make most fonts work if you use it in a tasteful way. Okay. Well, we got +1 biomatter resin, we got some collectibles to sell. Some heavy ammo, enduring weapons, some cores. Some money, some materials. Pretty good overall. Let me actually look at my vault here. 366, that's a lot of weapons. That's a lot of space to be taking up. I only really need 1 stack of antivirus. The claymores can go. Yeah, my crate can stay. The mod situation is a bit awkward. The fonts. There's some non-Google sites you like to search around because there's always juicy fonts hanging around. Yeah, when I was younger, it was usually defont.com that I would get my fonts from to mess with. Cash flow, cash flow. I just need cash flow all the time. Restorative. I mean, restorative I don't hate. Everything else in the greys doesn't matter to me. Conquest. I don't know if I like the Conquest. Oh no, I don't like the Conquest because of the ramping. So I'll take the mods out. Torchbug is really good. The shield mod is kind of whatever. Then we'll get rid of that Conquest. Blue mod plus materialist is fine. There's nothing particularly exciting about any of these, which is fine. They just need to be a thing. They just need to happen. This blue backpack I got from that very kind trio earlier. Ammo, yeah, mods, like, this is taking up so much space. The shield seems to be useful to keep. When I have more weapons to play with, I think I'll work on the mods. Right.
Minutes until signal loss.
Where are we? West Gate? Stuff is unopened though, that's nice. Mini jammer is cool. West Gate kinda sucks. I actually don't like this location very much. It's a little too crazy. I mean, look at this. Materialist Scar. Sure. Make it. There's another data card down here, which I missed the first time. And that's why I love cash flow. This is graceful landings. Unstable lead. The collectibles being like actually in the world is also very good for me. That is a very expired burger. There's a lot of very expired burgers. Oh my goodness. I have to use my disguise to even think about getting through this place. As much as I... Where is a turret? That's crazy. You know what? I'm just gonna leave this way. Oh, that's red. Oh, I don't really feel like... I can call this a supply drop. Speaking of logos, still gotta work on yours. Oh, it's gonna be a journey. It's gonna be a journey. Have you had any more ideas from last time? I still feel that friction. Even with capped frames, I was hoping. Hello? I heard some footsteps. You don't have to shoot. It's okay. I called a supply drop, so you can have some of the bags here. Where did he go? Yeah. Oh, he's going inside. We still give it some time, need guidance and spell. Yeah, it'd be good to have a chat about it. It'd be good to do that. We'll find time. I'll get one about and we can talk about stuff. Bits per second is nice. I'll take the likes. Take the mech kits, better than buying them. Got a rangefinder lens for the Magnum and Sidearm. Another repeater schema. Sure. This is a very average. Aries? No. Okay. The Rook could just kill me. It's crazy how much sound your wet footprints make.
10 minutes remaining.
Oh, the shots at maintenance. Honestly, I think we just leave here. Because the exfil's right there. Yo, do you wanna exfil? Yeah, it's a Rook. Do you wanna exfil? Are you being shot?
Yeah, from the right.
Maybe we can just exfil and get out of here. Oh no.
I have nothing important, bro. Go on.
You sure?
Yeah.
Are you sure? Oh no. Okay. Well.
Bye
Good luck.
bye. Good luck.
Thank you. Oh my gosh. I'm next. Yep. Oh my gosh. They are so gross for that. They know I'm gonna be here. Because I'm activating the exfil. So you know they're going to be either very bloodthirsty, but at least there is a lot of ads in the way. One minute is not long enough. No. Just don't bother. I don't have to go immediately. I don't have to go immediately. I can wait. It's chill. If I wait, it's so chill. Oh my gosh. Alright. I'm being who is firing gun? All I have to do is wait. All I have to do is wait. Okay. There's just no cover here. It really sucks. Someone really tried to get rid of me there. That's crazy. So that's the team that's just stood there shooting up past. Oh my goodness. What are they doing? Not even pushing, they're just chilling with repeaters. And they killed that rook. So, made it out. I can't complain. Got some schema stuff. Keeping an eye on my vault space. Yeah, plenty of stuff to play with now. So let's go ahead and mod some of this. Overrun is kind of just whatever. As long as there is an optic mod. And the overrun is fine. This one. This precision kill's not really the best. Oops. We can do slip protocol on this one. Cloud feather. Greatly increase magazine size. Yeah. I feel like that's probably the only one I would want. Suppression dampener. You can take the blue high focus dampener, that's totally fine. This overrun, we want this to have torchbug on it. Yes. Torchbug or Swarm Directive. Torchbug seems best though. And then we have a rangefinder optic. There is a crouch spread bonus that I need to think about when using LMGs. And a control shield. Now with a purple LMG, just like that. With enduring. This V11 punch has mini jammer on, which is nice. You can take this. Vigilante lens is fine, and then I don't know. Just a better high focus dampener works for me. This sidearm, I kind of want to make it like the sidearm for me. The range and stability is good. Swarm Directive, it's also nice. I think bits per second is probably the way. Bounce mag is fine. We'll take the blue sight. And suppressor is perfectly fine for me. Got another V11 punch. Let me do this bully first. I think the bully can absolutely take Swarm Directive. Got nothing really else there. Twin scope. That reduces the range of it. It's not worth it. The suppressor's also nice on this. So that's fine. This is kind of just whatever. Bounty Hunter is a nice mod. I guess I'll keep it on there. Then for these, I mean... Wait, I can't put BFM on the other one? A balanced mag. I actually want to put BFM on this one. I don't think I need this V11 punch, to be honest. We have 1, 2, 3 V11 V weapons that I can use. So I'm gonna just get rid of these. They were from Rook runs. Still, that doesn't really do much for my vault space. I think I just keep cash flow. These materialist ones actually don't matter that much. I'm going to be using them more than one run. So I think I just want cash flow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Restorative. I'll get rid of the restorative ones. Get rid of this Claymore Mine. The ammo bag can stay. These I will keep. Swarm Directive because that's a pretty cool mod. TBH. Control Shield. Guess we'll keep that. Get rid of Cloudborne. Insomniac sounds really good, but I don't need it right now. Mini Jammer is fine. Rocket Stat is really good. Chaos Theory is... sure. Insurance Plan, I don't think I need that much. I don't have a shotgun to use that mod. Turbo Chamber, not Grav. This is for a Zeus if I ever get one, but remove it for now because I don't think I'm getting a Zeus anytime soon. Mega Belt is good, Turbo Belt is good, Feather Mag is nice. I'm gonna get rid of this. Lots of sights for magnums and pistols. Okay. I think that's totally fine. Yeah. I think that's fine. Is anyone that wants to run? Maybe Chloe and Madrigan want to run. Next week, we are planning to make a change to free up a little more space in your vault. We've seen the feedback on some stack sizes not feeling large enough, and we'll be making the following changes. Consumables, ammo, salvage, and grenades will now have larger stack sizes in the vault. That's a lot better. Because stacking, like, ×3 shields 4 times just doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense. So, That's a good change. It's funny that that message came in, like, while we were doing our vault. They're also adding additional vault filters for keys and sponsored kits. It's not just keys and sponsor kits that need filters. The mods need filters. Like your character, really giving plus. So this character's called Rook. And it's interesting because the plus is a double entendre because Rook can only move up, down, left, right. So the fact that there's a massive plus on his face is quite interesting. I love this splash for Rook as well. It's really nice. And even the parallax is not... has some depth to it. There are pluses everywhere. You are not Rook? How do you mean? Rook is who I was playing. Like chess, exactly. So a Rook can only go up, down, left, right. Which is interesting because Rook is a scav unit, so they don't play like normal, they play differently. We should do a run? Sure. Hop in, let's run. Hop in. That's what you've been playing, and honestly, I've been like hoping you haven't absolutely hated the game since I suggested. But we just woke up. Okay, no worries. I called your bluff. But if you do want to run, we can. If you see me on, just like ring me. Well, I'm gonna ping Madrigan, but only when there's 3 of us to play.
Let's get it done.
We can look at the other characters, Lemon. Is this Destroyer? The whole premise is, I'm not sure if I remember telling you this or not, but you're not these shells in a way because it's your uploaded consciousness that is being transferred to a 3D printed shell, essentially. So you then inhabit this shell like you were a soul being put inside of a toy or something. Do you have a real body somewhere? The implication is that you don't. You are simply a hard drive in a sea of endless hard drives. So you decided to forego your body. Science fiction, yeah. Who are you when you don't have a body left? What are you? Many questions.
Let's run.
This is Vandal, voiced by Erica Lindbeck, who is most famously Luna from Hell of a Boss, but also, like everybody else on the planet. Erica Lindbeck's done so much work. So much voice work. But Vandal was in the cinematic, has the arm cannon, and is the highest agility runner, I would say. Pretty cool design. They gave the Vandal shell a cool skin. This one here. This is on the rewards pass. That's great.
Get me down there.
We got Recon. Interesting that Vandal has a humanoid face, but Destroyer and Rook does not. So, with Rook, it is... the UESC made this Rook unit, but it was like a failed Rook unit, so they look like a robot guard, essentially. Which is why there's no humanoid face, because the guards don't need humanoid faces, according to the UESC. Destroyer is a throwback to the original games. So, I believe it's like Mjolnir or something like that. It's a throwback to who you play as in the original Marathon trilogy, because you are essentially a security guard. So the design of it is more, I guess, functional. Multi-purpose. The rest, they are developed by Sekiguchi. So Sekiguchi, they are this faction. And you can see our vendor is a Silkworm. They create the shells from biosynthetic matter, essentially. And of course, they're a corporation, so they also sell this technology to the UESC, which use it for the droid things, or to other companies which use it for more fashionable items, fabrication, things like that. This one runs the corporation. I don't think Nona specifically runs the corporation. I think Nona is a liaison. I think all of them for the factions are liaisons. So we've got Nona. We've got a charter from the Death Cult. Japanese Death Cult. Who was a former runner, which is interesting to think about. We have Gantry. Part of the revolution. That awesome design. We have Vulcan from Traxxas, who are probably the giga-trillion-dollar company because they were responsible for boring the hole in Deimos and assisting the UESC with putting the colony in Deimos. I haven't played the original Marathon games, but I've listened to like movie versions of them and summaries of them, so I have a vague idea of what's going on without playing them. We've got Gaius. Gaius is responsible for sort of the bio research. So Nuclear would do all the food, so like all the burgers you see, the drinkable cheeseburger, all the crops that would need to be grown for the colony. If you need to survive a famine, these are the people you talk to. So they also provide like healing kits and things like debugs for your operating systems, or things that stave off various things like overheating or toxin or things like that. And then SIAC is basically Microsoft, if I was to think about it. They kind of run everything. And we have Oni, who kind of talks to us the most. So if these are all liaisons, who's really running the factions, or is there no leader? I think there is a political hierarchy for sure. The idea is that all of these factions are fighting for your patronage, but also trying to fight for your time and effort in figuring out what happened to the abandoned colony because they all had certain stakes in it in some way. So like SecGen, they make the shells, so they give you things to improve your shells when you play. Arachne, they're the death cult, and they think enlightenment is via the amount of death that can be produced. So like dying is like the first step, and like death is a gift, and so very dedicated to that. Mida is the revolutionaries on Mars because Deimos is Deimos a moon of Mars? Deimos and the Marathon have a tricky history. Basically, Mars kind of got left behind when Traxxas and the UESC took Deimos to bore a hole in it and put people aboard the Marathon. So people on Mars were starving, and they faced a lot of prejudice and sort of famine. There's, because of this massive development by Traxxas and UESC, the people on Mars just got forgotten about. And this is the pendulum swinging the other way, in a sense. They don't like the control. But I think, yeah, as the little summary says, that they have a deeper agenda that is more than just figuring out what happened on Tau Cetu, because of course Deimos is removed from their local solar system, I guess. You get a lot of explosives from Mida, which makes sense because anarchy. One of the first quests is to smash glass across the map. Traxxas, they do a lot of the weapons and modifications and stuff. They are like the leading engineers. They're extremely powerful. Lucal, again, about the food, the consumables, and the farming and things like that. Biological research. And yeah, Psych. All the computer systems run on CyberAcme systems, so if you go to the codex, all of these entries here, if I just play data reconstruction.
This is Dr. Clarissa Song beginning emergency inspection log. Okay, let's crack open that water filter. Yeah, sure enough, filament worms are back. They build nests faster than the bobs can scrape them off. Adaptable little buggers. Pesticides, targeted genome disruption, nanotech, nothing sticks. Their nesting medium smells like tamarind? It might be edible when dry. We'll bring some back to Darius for analysis. No sign of the fungal growths from Algae Pond 3, so the novel contagion hasn't spread here. Yet. Cleaning the filters requires a temporary shutdown, and Pond 3 is already offline. That brings us down to 30% below our food quota. Damn it. I'll put in a request to Reed, ask him to open up the emergency stockpiles. We're not all hardened soldiers, and we can't keep asking our neighbors to tighten their belts.
So in the original games, you were given pretty much all of the story through these Cyber Acme terminals on the Marathon ship. So they've kind of brought that back, and whenever you complete a quest that unlocks something in your codex, you can go to the codex, read all about the thing you've talked about or quested for in here, and there are some achievements that also unlock some codex entries. But the codex is really important, and it's been, this whole section here has been extremely fun to dive through. The writing in here is really good for what it needs to be. And you get some goodies too. Imagine I'm laying in your chest while you're telling me all this. That sounds really nice, actually. Get cozy. I'm yapping about Marathon. Or something. So there are also pieces of salvage you can find out in the wild that will also give you text logs and audio logs, and you can find out a lot about the contracts you're doing if you take a minute to go into the codex after each step of a main quest and get extra context from looking at these codex entries, because they're super useful for making sense of what's going on, and that's kind of our job anyway. But there's always the flip side of it where people are just going to wait for like a 6-hour video on what's going on in Marathon Season 1, which is fine. For me, I like looking at the codex and finding things out on my own. Especially when it's stitched together so well and it's based off of extremely dense lore like this. So, that's me. Okay. You've always given to form your own opinion on selling on things. It is admirable. Why, thank you. I suppose there's a little bit of a pendulum swing from me because that was very much the other way. I think impressionable when I was younger. Not anymore though. There is room for more than two, so you don't need to throw hands over it. You are always welcome to do that. But yeah, I think in this case, it isn't necessarily like a critical thing. It's more discovering more about the wider context of this world in a depth that suits my curiosity. So the fact that it's all available and in-game, with a very nice ambient soundtrack as well, going with all of it is very, very nice. And I love the audio logs. The voice acting is extremely good in them. Just breathes so much life into it. You really don't need cutscenes to write a good story. And I think one thing that people don't like necessarily is the fact the story isn't presented in a hand-holdy way. Which is weird. I'm not really listening to too much when it comes to the general, like, oh, a Marathon does this, a Marathon doesn't do this. I'm just kind of taking it for what it is. And honestly, I also removed Reddit from my home screen, and that has improved my life a little bit more than I thought it would. Sometimes I would just scroll, look at comments and look what other people are saying. But for this game, I decided it didn't matter at all. And I'm enjoying it. I'm going to do another Rook run.
No. Override
I didn't go through all the shells, but very quickly there's Recon, who is your like Blackbird, Bloodhound type shell based on information.
The old gods are dead.
+2 hot points for you taking rid of, that's great. Look at this, I gauged somewhere. Thanks. Assassin's your... That's what it says on the tin, really. Go invisible. Be sneaky.
We are more than human.
Triage is my favorite right now. Triage gives you those cute little mid-rounds that you can attach to people, and that gives them health over time when they take damage. And if everyone has a mid-round, you can use one consumable and it's shared between all 3 of the people. You've been looking Triage, yeah, that's good.
Nothing stays secret for long.
And then Thief. A Thief is probably one of my favorite designed runners. Ult is so good to clutch up. Yes, ult is good. I don't think people use the ult enough. It EMPs enemies and EMPs and damages enemies and revives allies. That's great if like your teammate is downed and someone's finishing your teammate and you have it charged up. Instead of revive your teammate, EMP the enemy. It completely changes the fight. I like it for PvE.
Biosynth cybernetics online.
I think when it comes to like, if we are going on the Marathon Cryo Archive, I think I'll be going in with Triage for sure. There's so much value I get from giving everyone the buffs that they need, energy amps. If my team has mods that synergize with energy amps, extending the duration and things like that, Triage is going to become super important, so I'm happy to really master Triage in that sense. Getting the reboots right and using battery overcharge. So the thing is with battery overcharge, I need to use a vault weapon to get the most out of it, but vault weapons are good versus UESC shields especially, so anyway.
Taking control of Rook.
Where's the time gone? I've just been talking. Oh, you do want to run? Okay. Cool. Let me see if Magic Green is around. If Magic Green isn't around, I'll ask Chloe. And if Chloe isn't around, where am I? Complex? Someone is exfilling right there. Yeah, that's right in the uplink. That's fine, I'm not too fussed about that. 15 minutes. I think I'm gonna go up to bio-research. What is this? The anomaly. I don't think I'll be able to stream threes. I think it's gonna drive me insane. The frame rate. It being so, like, not smooth. I've tried a lot of things to make it work, and I've decided it's just not worth the hassle.
"15 minutes until signal loss."
So if we do play... How does Rook play? Rook, you spawn in after the initial timer, so... You never spawn in like the same time as people. Rook spawns solo into 3v3v3v3. So, bear that in mind. Rook has a disguise on the smaller ability that lets you blend in with the UESC for limited time. Like this. So you can chill. This opens up a lot of things, like hacked containers and things like that. You can really use this to your advantage. And let you loot safely as well. I'm going to activate this TOD. As soon as the disguise drops off though, you are liable to being absolutely bodied. I like activating the TAD because it gives me cyber acme reputation. Oh gosh, that was close. It's very, very busy here. It's almost not worth it to be here, so... I'm actually going to go north to buy a researcher. Did Madrigan. Can do for another hour right now. Okay, so Madrigan's going to run in an hour. Oh, for another hour. That's fine. Where's the nearest exfil? It's on the other side of the map. Am I precious about any of this loot? No. Let me see how many of these guys I can kill before I'm taken by bots. We can at least get some XP for killing them. This thing's stable. With vault weapons, they reload by sprinting. It's not something I'm able to use to the fullest of its extent yet, to be honest. Oh my goodness. Got flung off the edge like crazy. Hello, Magic. Sorry, I'm just in a Rook run. Very nice.
I was probably like 20k in the whole way.
I'm planning to just wipe this boss, but I wanted to kill it. I don't think I'm gonna kill it. I might be able to. Well, at least try. Is this a vault thrower? Good. We killed it. Didn't have anything. Oh, it had a that looks valuable. No, I kind of want to get out. But it's okay. I will explode. Alright. It's the end of this test. Unfortunately,